He approaches the security checkpoint with the same carry-on that's never caused an issue. He effortlessly moves through the queue, but then, suddenly the tray gets stuck, his item is singled out, and a gate agent is already inspecting the sizing tool. He was certain he understood the regulations, but in 2025, minute aspects he overlooked, a forgotten power source he carried, and a specific aesthetic element of his bag can lead to delays, additional inspections, or mandatory gate checking at the most inconvenient moment. A quick look at the facts reveals that airlines implement rigorous dimension requirements, and some airports now employ different scanning methods, meaning the previous assumption that it fit before is no longer valid. Stay with me as I uncover the pitfalls ensnaring even seasoned travelers, and the single solution to ensure his bag passes smoothly when other bags are held back. Number 1. Carry-on size standards subtly altered. This is the crucial detail often overlooked. While his bag remains identical, in 2025, the designated space it must occupy has simply shrunk. Consider this scenario. He finds himself at JFK for a pre-dawn flight, still groggy, his dependable rolling luggage by his side. At the gate, a staff member signals him toward the sizing gauge. He attempts to insert it, and it catches. The reason isn't due to overpacking, but because several major US airlines discreetly reduced their permissible carry-on measurements by approximately 1 to 2 inches this year to accommodate updated TSA screening procedures. Industry publications indicate that more than 12 airlines have already implemented this adjustment, with others expected to follow suit. The underlying issue is that what used to pass on one airline last month might be rejected by another tomorrow. Consequently, experienced flyers now meticulously measure every dimension, including wheels, handles, and rigid shell corners, prior to departure. His most secure approach is to select a bag at least an inch below the most stringent current allowance, ensuring it passes effortlessly, even during unexpected inspections. However, the concern extends beyond mere dimensions. The composition of his luggage could be the subsequent cause for intervention. Number 2, stricter rules on bag materials. A swift assessment of the current situation reveals that in 2025, TSA isn't merely assessing his bag's dimensions. They're meticulously examining its construction materials. He might envision arriving at Denver International with a polished, hard-sided case he's owned for years, only for a screener to set it aside. The problem lies with its strengthened metallic structure and highly reflective, glossy finish. Updated TSA scanning guidelines identify specific substances, such as robust metal frameworks, prominent wheel casings, and even certain reflective textures, as they interfere with the X-ray imagery, necessitating additional physical checks. As detailed in a TSA operations bulletin released earlier this year, identified materials can prolong inspection by as much as 15 minutes per traveler. At bustling airports, this duration is sufficient to cause him to miss his flight's boarding call. Passengers who opted for tactical or armored baggage in previous years are now discovering them to be non-compliant with current regulations. The prudent choice now? Opt for light polycarbonate or ballistic nylon, ensuring it lacks superfluous reinforcements. Additionally, confirm that wheel assemblies are integrated smoothly with the bag's structure. Even replacing a shiny surface with a matte, one can minimize glare on scanning equipment. However, here's an unexpected turn. Even if his bag meets the correct dimensions and is made of approved materials, an unforeseen new weight restriction could still result in his carry-on being consigned to the aircraft's cargo hold. Number 3, new carry-on weight limits. The subtle regulation that causes distress. His bag might possess the ideal dimensions, consist of TSA-approved materials, yet still be halted at the gate simply because it's unexpectedly overweight. Visualize this scenario. He's at LAX, preparing for a packed flight to New York, when, moments before boarding, the gate agent deploys a portable weighing device. They are no longer conducting arbitrary bag checks. Instead, every carry-on is now being weighed. This year in 2025, a number of prominent airlines have discreetly decreased their cabin baggage weight allowances by 1 to 2 kilograms to alleviate stress on overhead compartments and expedite the boarding process. An IATA 2025 travel trends report indicates that over 30% of travelers on specific itineraries have been compelled to gate check luggage exceeding the revised limit, frequently after passing through security, at which point reorganizing is no longer feasible. The crucial point is that even if his bag physically fits, they will label it for the cargo hold if it's overweight, thereby denying him access to valuable possessions during his journey. His most effective strategy involves carrying a compact digital luggage scale, weighing his bag at home, and then again once packed. Should he be near the maximum allowance, he should transfer bulkier items such as chargers, books, or toiletries into his personal item. And regarding personal items, these are now subject to unprecedented scrutiny. Number 4, personal item restrictions have been tightened. Many travelers fail to realize that his backpack, tote, or duffel no longer qualifies as the automatic free pass it once was. At Chicago O'Hare last month, I observed a family of 4 being halted because each of their purported personal items was more akin in size to a small overnight bag. This year in 2025, numerous airlines have scaled down personal item dimensions to be only slightly larger than a compact laptop sleeve, frequently around 16.6 inches. A Gate Agent Insight survey conducted this spring indicates that gate personnel are now directed to recategorize excessively large personal items as standard carry-ons, compelling travelers to check either that particular bag or their primary cabin luggage. The impact. Families, academic individuals, and corporate voyagers are losing access to complimentary storage space they've depended on for years. His most reliable strategy is to consider his personal item as a compact pouch for necessities: wallet, important papers, electronic devices, medications, and perhaps a thin jumper. He should opt for flexible, soft-sided designs that can be stowed beneath the seat without protruding, and steer clear of cumbersome external compartments that could exceed the size restrictions. Some experienced travelers now utilize adaptable bags, which are sufficiently slender for inspection, yet can be expanded once aboard the aircraft. Yet, even if his personal item is flawlessly compliant, its configuration could still cause complications at security. Next, number 5. The form and construction of bags are under increased examination. The crucial revelation is that even if his bag adheres to all regulations regarding dimensions, mass, and composition, its outline could still result in him being directed to secondary screening. He might visualize standing in the TSA line at Atlanta Hartsfield, observing his carry-on disappear into the scanning apparatus, only for it not to reappear. The officer then gestures him closer, indicating the X-ray display where his bag's uneven angles and substantial external fittings are producing unusual silhouettes. TSA's revised 2025 directives now highlight unconventional forms, pointed extensions, pronounced curves, or inconsistent textures, because these elements generate obscured areas in the imaging process. Per TSA's internal statistics, unusually shaped baggage carries a 22% greater likelihood of necessitating a physical examination. This entails openly unpacking his personal belongings before onlookers, while precious minutes dwindle before boarding. To bypass such inconvenience, he should opt for designs featuring fluid, curved edges, and sparse external components. He should refrain from attaching oversized articles to the exterior of his carry-on and maintain a sleek, unembellished silhouette. Such a straightforward decision can significantly reduce his screening duration and keep him progressing swiftly. However, the design challenge becomes considerably more complex when technology is integrated into his bag, which is precisely where proprietors of smart luggage are encountering significant difficulties. Number 6. Smart luggage and lithium-ion battery rules. The unspoken truth is that his advanced technological bag could very well lead directly to the gate check heap. Envision this. He's boarding at San Francisco International, perhaps feeling a sense of pride in his sophisticated smart carry-on equipped with integrated GPS, USB connections, and a power unit, until the gate agent detects the concealed lithium-ion battery bank within. This year, in 2025, TSA and the majority of prominent airlines have intensified their regulations. Detachable batteries are now compulsory, and specific models featuring non-removable cells are entirely prohibited. The justification is unequivocal. Lithium-ion battery fires, though infrequent, pose a significant hazard at 35,000 feet, and cabin crews can only address them promptly if the power source is readily reachable. Per FAA safety reports, smart luggage-related incidents surged by 14% over the past 2 years, leading carriers such as Delta, American, and United to issue updated lists of banned bags, identifying particular brands and models. His most secure approach? Select a design featuring a readily accessible battery compartment and transport the battery in his personal item once it's detached. If he is unable to remove it, he should anticipate checking the entire bag, or, in a worse scenario, being compelled to abandon it. He can spare himself frustration and avoidable charges by verifying his bag's model against his airline's prohibited list before he packs. The regulations for carry-on luggage in 2025 have evolved, and not to the advantage of the traveler. Dimensions alone will no longer guarantee compliance for him. He now confronts more stringent measurements, forbidden materials, reduced weight limits, diminished personal item allowances, configuration constraints, and more rigorous smart luggage battery regulations. Failing to adhere to any of these risks incurring delays, gate check charges, or being deprived of crucial items during transit. The solution is clear. He must measure and weigh his luggage, opt for TSA-compliant materials, maintain a streamlined shape, and detach any batteries prior to departing from home. By remaining proactive, he will effortlessly navigate security while others face delays. He should save this information for his upcoming journey, share it with anyone planning to fly shortly, and subscribe for additional current travel tips that TSA would prefer he not know. Until then, I advise him to pack intelligently, travel securely, and I'll connect with him in the next segment.